This is the final module in the J1 Exchange Visitor Orientation to help with your overall adjustment to the United States. Now that we have covered so many of the practical issues, let's discuss what it means to be in a new country or environment. Many may experience cultural shock. Some reactions to cultural transition may include nostalgia, dissatisfaction, moodiness, exaggerated cleanliness, or loss of identity. Some may have sudden intense feelings of loyalty to one's culture, boredom, preoccupation with health, trying too hard to absorb new culture, or may experience marital or relationship stress. In the next few slides, we will share how these emotions are normal and how you can alleviate them by participating in clubs and creating social connections here at the medical school. It is likely you are experiencing some cultural adjustment since arriving in the U.S. Finding yourself in an unfamiliar culture can be exciting. Everything around you is new and different, such as language, climate, clothing, or food. More subtle differences are not as noticeable at first. Cultural shock generally moves through 4 different stages. The first stage of culture shock is overwhelmingly positive, during which visitors become infatuated with the language, people, and food and their new surroundings. The second stage may be the most difficult. At this stage, the fatigue of not understanding gestures, signs, and the new language sets in, and miscommunications may be happening frequently. At the final stage, frustrations are often subdued as visitors begin to feel more familiar and comfortable with the cultures, people, food, and languages of new environments. Eventually, visitors have familiarity, start to feel truly comfortable, and can draw together the resources they need to feel at ease. These stages can occur over a short or long period of time, and sometimes even reoccur several times. Be aware of it and know you are not alone. Resources for your mental health are available as mentioned earlier. Use them. It is an important part of getting to these final stages. Other ways to move through culture shock is to get to know your environment. Explore Massachusetts. Massachusetts, officially the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, is the most populous state in the New England region of the northeastern United States. It borders on the Atlantic Ocean to the east, the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island to the south, New Hampshire and Vermont to the north, and New York to the west. Worcester is New England's second largest city. Locals also refer to Worcester as the Woo. Here are some recommendations for exploring your new city. Located in the heart of Massachusetts, Worcester combines the historic charm of a small New England town with the conveniences and attractions of a thriving metropolis. Home to the DCU Center, Polar Park, the Hanover Theater for Performing Arts, Worcester Art Museum, and Mechanics Hall, the city offers an inviting and entertaining art scene. Always want to be in the know? Here are a list of some online resources that can always keep you in check. Check out the website Discover Central Massachusetts, which keeps an ongoing list of things to see, do, eat, drink, as well as places to stay in Worcester, Blackstone Valley, Sturbridge, and Wachusett areas. The Worcester Historical Museum has a research library of over 7,000 titles, an archive that houses thousands of documents, and a collection of artifacts, all vital to the history of Worcester. Worcester's history is interpreted through a calendar of exhibitions, educational programming, tours, and publications. Worcester Magazine provides up-to-date information on culture, food, and events in Worcester and the surrounding towns. You can also find your way by car or train to Boston, our state's capital and most populous city. This city, about an hour east of Worcester, is rich with history, diverse neighborhoods, and a legacy of arts, culture, and education. Boston has something for everyone. The Berkshires, starting about 45 minutes west of Worcester, presents an amazing world of contrasts. Sophisticated pastimes blend harmoniously with pastoral scenery. High adventures available with the plenitude of outdoor recreation opportunities, while a richness of history complements the area's contemporary enlightenment. New England is the northeastern region of the U.S., comprising the states of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. It's known for its colonial past, Atlantic coastline, changing autumn foliage, and forested mountains. Take a day trip to Providence, Rhode Island, or ski the mountains of Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. All are accessible by car, plane, train, and bus. Finally, as your program sponsor, we are required to provide you with the Exchange Visitor Program contact information. If you have any questions, please let us know. The Office of Designation at the Department of State deals with reviewing designation and redesignation applications of program sponsors. They review annual reports and resolve sponsors' issues or concerns to administer a successful program. They assist sponsors with J-Visa related inquiries and requests for change of category, extension, and reinstatements. UMass Chan is required to report to the Office of Designation on an annual basis to ensure we are meeting our obligations as a program sponsor and that our exchange visitors are meeting their program objectives. The Office of Private Sector Exchange, Policy and Program Support Unit is responsible for designating applications, day-to-day J-Visa related administrative, policy, and regulatory questions, annual reports, SEVIS actions and non-SEVIS actions, outreach, advise sponsors, and evaluate the health of program categories. Please find here our New England regional contact information in the event that you ever need their assistance. When it's time for you to leave the medical school, please let your immigration specialist know. We can offer helpful guidance. The link in this slide offers lots of helpful information. If paid by UMass Chan, you should submit a forwarding address to Human Resources. UMass Chan will send your tax forms required for your tax filing to your forwarding address. Forms will be mailed by January 31st for the previous year. If you do not receive these tax forms and you were paid by UMass Chan, contact the UMass Chan payroll office for assistance. Don't forget that if you are not paid by UMass Chan, you are still required to file Form 8233 with the IRS for the time spent working in the U.S. Keep in touch with us, read our immigration updates as shared through the listserv, and attend our forums when able. And feel free to make an appointment with your ISO advisor or stop by during our walk-in advising hours.